How are y'all?
We're good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
No
Can
worries. I missed last week's. I actually look forward to these calls. They just seem like the most human ones that I have on Discord.
we're good. Thank you for saying that. So like we were just almost preparing like a little um, thing we're going to do later, and I think it's going to be fun. It's just like yeah, we're going to. Do you want to jam? Do you want to jam with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So then let me in the chat. Ivana, you should I'm just putting this in the stage chat. Is I'm recording. Okay, so we're sharing artworks in the stage chat, and we're going to take those artworks. You should share your artwork in the stage chat. Yeah. You can share one too if you want, but like, yeah, we're going to remix it, right? Yeah. So.
Okay. Cool.
This is
Yeah.
a tool. So in the chat, there's a tool which is I'm also sharing the screen of called constraint systems, and it's a bunch of little web softwares to like manipulate an image or something. Yeah. So at this moment, like you can see my screen, right? Yeah. So basically, I open one of their tools. This is called Flow, and this is like one of Luke's artwork. I guess it's like AI, something trippy, and and what I can do with this, basically, I can draw like a shape, and I can tell like you slide left. So this is everything it does, right? Can you see screen, Finn?
Uh, Hello. Wait. Now I can see a screen. Yeah. So there's the image. Sorry, I got lost.
Yeah, you should have wicked. So basically,
Thanks.
so what it's doing right now is just pushing pixels, right? And I'm trying to make something interesting out of this. And you see, like when you combine stuff like that, you get. I mean, it's like a very strange way of manipulating images, really, but it's fun. And
Cool.
yeah, exactly. So what we're doing now is we're showing what we have in mind for the kind of like a digital event where we're going to jam together. Just using this tool. Yes, well, this is just one of them, and then you can use in very different way. Like you can generate if you double the speed, you generate this kind of lines, and then you can break it apart. And I think I want this part just. But so look, what we're supposed to do is we trade artworks, and then we remix them in a short space of time, like right now.
Cool.
And at the end, we have like a
Artworks.
Yes. Yeah. We are. Yes. But I was going to say, it's the idea of the larger thing we're going to do is like it's making artworks that become the identity of the Voyager like people in a way. It's like a resource of artwork we made that's copyright free, right? And so anyone can come and use this art and I don't know, use it as a skin for what they do or whatever. I mean, it's if you want, it's just like a silly game, but it talks about the ethos of.
Oh no, I think it's super fun. I did the same thing with like a friend of mine, this other like Google application in which you can like upload the data, but then include a description, and then the AI just like mixes it all together. But in regards to the whole collaboration thing, so I understood that we were collaborating and that I understood that like my work would probably be remixed. So I picked work that I was open to getting it remixed, right? Well, so remember we were talking about like what does collaboration look like, right?
Yeah.
And so I came in with an open mind to be like, whatever, let's just collaborate and see how that goes.
Well, can you share your screen and do it as well, or are you keen to? You are doing it, right? Do you want?
Yeah, I am doing it. I'm trying to actually figure out how it works. So I'm on the landing page.
Yeah.
And then do I go to like index or something?
Well, in the landing
do I just pick one of the tools? Yeah, are these tools cascade, grid? Okay, I understand. Collage. Those are tools that I would then eventually use. So I just have to click launch.
Yes.
Am I understanding?
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then I'll just pick one of your. Well, here's your art. I can just use one of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but we need Ivano's.
Here's the next
Put
next
yours in
one.
the chat.
mine in the chat. Yeah. I thought I just send it to you because the initial idea is just like to give an example, but now we're doing it this way. So it's good.
How's your
Do we
rating?
remix the same one together, or do we take each other's and then remix it?
We take each other's. So I've taken yours. You should take Ivano's.
Okay, that's what I thought so.
And Ivano's taken mine.
Okay, I understand.
And then we basically.
Great.
Okay.
Do we have like a timer?
I hope it's not too hard to figure out.
Right.
Yeah, Ivan, if you don't mind including yours. Oh, wow, that's cool.
It's very random. It's not representative of what I do. I mean, nothing that I do is representative of what I do.
Okay.
I mean, we all I just also chose like a
Okay,
random one that I had.
You should share your screen too, and then Ivano, you should be able to see.
Okay, so I can share
our screens in the recording somehow.
Yeah. I
So
can.
maybe
Okay, so share my screen. I didn't know you could share multiple screens at the same time.
Yeah, you can.
Wait, I can't. Okay, can you see mine?
Does it watch both streams at once?
Oh wait.
I have no idea. Probably we're pushing it too much.
Let me just try to do share screen. Okay, that's my screen. I don't know if it does two at the same time.
Surely.
Okay, so wait. I can see Bob. I can't see you.
Should I stop sharing?
You can. Okay,
I'm
how
gonna
about?
stop sharing because we can see. Okay, you see if you can stream
Huh.
now.
Okay.
Sorry for this technical.
That's okay. I have the Discord. Okay, so I can't. I don't think I can share. Yeah, Discord's being weird. I can't share a thing. But do you see this?
Actually, I see you live.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Like it says, stream just started.
Isn't that the same as share? Yeah. Is that how you share a screen? Or am I getting it wrong?
It's. I mean, it's. Oh, there we go. Now it's loaded up.
I can see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We can see.
I do right.
So like.
Okay.
Feel free to pick anything, but like we're using Flow, and it's pretty fun.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, and then I would upload the image like through here.
Yeah.
Download.
Wait, is Flow? Have you opened up Flow and it's gone into another window?
Oh yeah. Hold on. Wait. Start. Yeah. So what do you see now? So
we see the constraint systems.
Kind of share this tab and tags. Okay.
There we
cool.
go.
Okay. Yeah. You have to like maneuver Discord because it won't share the whole screen. I can share a tab for some reason.
Cool.
So how does this work? How does it?
So the first selection you do is you select the area you want to move. So like try to
pick a spot.
And then like there's these arrows, and this is where it's going to flow. So left, right, up and down. And of course you can revert the image, if you're not happy. And then you can lay up multiple flows, as you can go crazy.
Oh. So how do you make it stop? It's just spitting.
You can stop with the space bar. And if you want to go back, like you want to start from scratch, you press C. By the way, I'm reading the instruction. It's not that.
Thanks, because I can't do multiple things. No, I love it. Thank you so much.
The important thing to know is you push
P to save.
P to save image. And so while you're cruising and you're like, that's nice, push P.
Yeah.
And it'll save an image. Dude, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
Did you push P?
No, I can.
Oh no.
or save is the same, and it saves right away.
And yeah, you can use arrow keys and stuff too.
Yeah. So basically, the idea we already explained it to you is we want to create some sort of digital event when artists from the community come and gather, and they do this kind of exercise, giving each other artwork and work with that. And I think it's really good because we like this idea of giving, like being open also
Totally.
to, and this is a remix at the end, like it becomes something completely different. So this is not the only way we're going to collaborate, but it's the first nice game. It's and it's mainly to chat. Yeah.
So this actually moves at the same time. Like, so when you take multiple ones, you can't like isolate it, which is really interesting because then you're like everything is kind of tied to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, like layers up. And what you do is if you layer up heaps of these moves, they start to get like a flow. Or it's just for like rearranging aspects of the image. You can, once you've got a whole bunch set up, you can also rerun the image. And so it starts afresh for its little drawing. And also, yeah, if you don't connect with this way of doing it, there's like 10 other little tools.
Yeah, also what you can do is like you can save and then you can open another tool and keep doing this kind of stuff.
Oh, like you mean you can download it and then upload it and then put it in another tool?
Yes.
That's cool.
I don't know what Ivana was talking about. I'm glad that you got it.
But yeah, saving is just a click and P. So it kind of invites you to save a lot of...
You just watch it and save.
P. Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, this is so fun.
Okay, like this is the great feedback we can get. Because it's like we can talk about it and now it works.
Yeah. What can I see y'all? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and just see what yours looks like too.
I'm running mine. I just restarted. I can show you the old ones.
Cool. It's actually really cool.
Look at that.
Wow.
Is it on stage chat or are you sharing the stream?
I'm live.
Wait.
I don't know. Bob and...
Okay. All right.
I can if I do mine, I have to go.
Does it load? I can't see.
You can't see anything? It should load.
No, but two people are streaming at the same time.
Yeah. I'm sharing my screen. Ivana's sharing his.
Oh, everybody can share their screen at the same time? Maybe it's just
you can't watch them all at the same time. And sometimes they don't.
Wow, like what you done?
Hey, yours isn't loading.
I'm going to P another time. P, like press P.
Okay, so which screen can you see? The red one or the creamy red one?
The red one.
That's yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ivana, show the one you did before. The like you had that where it went for ages.
Yeah.
Because this is a fresh one, right?
No, this was like the beginning. I think it was this.
Cool.
This is run for ages. Yeah. So it becomes something
That is so cool.
Completely different. And then
When you say press P?
Then you press P.
Press P.
I'm gonna move on to the next one. This is really fun.
Also, like we can go back exactly to another tool.
Yeah, there's also ways to put over.
So this is.
Well, this is it so far. I'm just gonna upload it. Doesn't look as different.
Very cool. Yeah, we gotta upload it.
And then let's see if it's like.
Really, the shift. I've never used shift, so it's good also to see. Ooh. Oh, the image.
Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna try that too.
But like that.
This one. But how do you upload? Oops.
Whoa, okay.
Well, that's cool.
Yes, P. SP.
Yeah. Do you want to include your process in that?
The
Like,
process.
for example, this is, look, so that's what that looks like on it started. It's kind of like, look, it started with that, and then we did this, and now it's like this.
Yeah.
It's on stage chat. I'm just sharing the process.
Yeah. People might think, what the hell is going on?
Whatever, they're in Voyager. We know that they're all exploring.
It's got to be full of art. That's the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool.
The files are too powerful.
So any of these now become something we can use to make new things. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I think like these
Okay,
are.
I'm going to try another one.
I think these are really big. No, I can't. Yeah. So welcome to the
agora.
To the agora of tonight. Yeah, this is a good surprise. Okay. I'm going to. Are we still the three of us? Or?
Yeah, it's just the three of us.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna. There's like a whole operating system that runs all of them.
Yeah, but
which is pretty cool.
Shall we do this presentation anyhow? Because we want to flash the idea and put it out. Also because it's not just us. We're going to record this.
And Fiends loves this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Are you ready for
yeah, okay, I'm out of this rabbit hole. Like, I'll share with you the final one. It's super cool. Oh my goodness, I think it's like my new favorite platform. Yes, I am ready.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to jump around there.
Which stream do I
I'm gonna stop sharing mine. Share your screen now. Stop stream. So there should just be one now.
So you had like a preview of what is going to happen. Like this is the active part. So coming back is the idea of creating an event to play, to have a play, to connect with other artists, and to start to explore what does it mean to co-create. And this is not an answer. This is a game. We're here just to have fun. But we can exercise this idea of first of all, like meeting other artists, giving away your art, and see what happens in the hands of someone else.
Fiends, you okay giving away your art?
Yeah, well, you mean the one that I just gave you?
No, this one is going to be a test. Up to, but I mean, I have already remixed it.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, the idea of it, like I think, like some art are just like it's a gift into the void of creativity.
Yeah, we're just like trying to act in the way we would like to do, and this is still baby step. So you're seeing here, like how we're going to do it. We already introduced Gather Town as a space for Voyager where we're going to do activities, and then like remix could be the first activity we're going to.
Yeah, I think the idea is that in Gather Town you can probably share a bunch of screens at once and get that sort of the thing that we're just struggling to do basically on Discord, where we could see each other's screens and like work and have a little space where we can see everyone. Yeah. So we're gonna try run through Gather Town. We have to do a test of it first.
Yeah, but it will happen there. So how does it work? We've seen. So basically, the idea is like that each event there will be like 4 artists, and they will kind of like create like this group of 2 people, and they end up jamming with each other. So you do it 3 times, and it happened exactly like we've done. We swap art. We can decide which tool to do,
and we spend 15 minutes to do an artwork.
Yes, and in the meantime we can chat. We can get to know each other, and like
form relationships.
Yes, this is what we want to do. So and like this, like swap art, and at the end we're saying result our CCO and become a community resource for identity. It means like with this first experiment, because this is what it is, we want to try and get it into the identity of Voyager. We don't want to establish, we don't want to define anything on our own. Like this is like we have to do it together. This is what it feels right to do. So as I was saying before, the idea is like we will have like 4 artists per event. We might have audience. People can just go there and check it out. Eventually having cameraman, because we can record these and make it available on our channel. And this is like a basic layout. It's it's not defined, and the idea of today was like we can run it through the community, which you represent right now, and then listen what you think of it. Of course there will be like different artists. Some will be us. Some people we're going to
whoever we can scrounge together.
Yeah, I mean, yes. The idea is like to have like really good artists, and we have a bunch in the community, and eventually we can invite someone that is not part of the community yet, and they just have fun.
Get a group of people together.
Yeah, the multiple of 4 comes for you're going to match with each other. So
4 to 8 to 12 or 6. Yeah.
If I have 4, 8, 12. Cool. Yeah. So we want to make it cozy. We don't want to have like a huge, like too many people around. It's going to be cozy. And we call it this remix session. It's a semi-private session shared in between 2 artists. Both will share the screen and have fun chatting and getting to know each other in a sort of speed date. I know speed date is a bad word, but it kind of like it pictures a bit what is going to be the situation. But it's not awkward. It's not dating.
I get it.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Ivano?
I know it's for myself because I write speed date. I feel like ooh, but people understand. And only tools allowed in the session are included in the web open platform constraint system. Like as well. We don't want you to use Photoshop or Illustrator or whatever. It's like we're using like
simple constraint, and it's called constraint systems, and it's there and it's free. Do it.
Yeah.
And it's inclusive, right? Sometimes you get lost in the technology, so that's cool.
So everyone can do it, and this is a bit like a description of constraint system, and we love the project. Like maybe in the future we're going to type more.
We'll reach out to the guy and see if we can collaborate. But whatever they're doing is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
Thank you for listening to our nice presentation.
I like it. It was good. You know what I even like this thing as like an icebreaker.
Yeah, totally.
And that was really, really fun too. I think it's great. So people are in GatherTown. How are people like paired up?
Basically, because they're just 4 artists, you have to just turn around, and in 3 rounds, because they're just 4 artists, there's just 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
3 rounds of sessions. So you end up to jam with every artist in that event.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why it's 4.
So 4 artists jam, and then they shift to the next room. So we have to have someone coordinating. Everyone move to your next room.
Yes, there will be someone coordinating.
But they'll be as easy as walking to another desk, right? Because we're using GatherTown.
Yes. So like if you see down here, you see there's like this room. There's just like 2 desks, one in front of each other. So, when I'm thinking of semi-private, I believe that this is something private in between the artists, but it could be an audience. I don't know what people feel like. This is still open, but it would be nice if people wants to join and see and listen mainly.
And I'm guessing at the end of the thing, we can all go to this big table, and all the video feeds should connect. It should be like everyone can see each other's video. It's like, hey, thanks for the thing, making the stuff, showcase. But then we show the work and we talk about it, right? Well, whoever can stay.
Yeah. We're open to chat about later and comment and
Rad.
and say.
So I've been in GatherTown once for like a community call. Like, does it become like Zoom where you have your own like what's it called? I forgot what the rooms are. Those like rooms, like where like you're in like the living room of GatherTown or whatever, and somebody else is at the castle. Like, if they turn their cameras on, will everybody in that whole ecosystem see each other, or just people in that?
I mean, like, if you want, we can go to GatherTown.
Yeah.
You will see. I mean, I think like right now it's going to be tricky, also because I'm recording. But basically, you see each other.
Okay.
You see each other's screen, and that's the nice thing. But also, when you're working, you're mainly talking with the other artists. So for most of the time, you are on a constraint system, working while talking.
I guess you have gravity sketch to the side.
Okay, so it's like voice and stuff. Okay, because I've only been on GatherTown from where it was like video.
It does.
Then I guess GatherTown has different types of stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Video,
cool.
Share screen, whatever.
Yeah.
It also has its own chat and that kind of thing. But I mean, layers of technology here. But
yeah. So
yeah. So what else do you feel?
What else do I feel? I don't know. I thought it was really good. I just shared the last version of this little thing. I enjoy it. I think it'd be really cool. I think that what might help is like setting the tone for collaboration. So as I shared like before, like I kind of learned what it meant to like let go, because then I was kind of told like this is how it's going to be, kind of thing, and like the art that you make isn't yours. It's like, for all of us to kind of explore. So I think just like setting the tones in regards to that. But I think that this is like a really good, engaging approach, right? And fitting. So I'm
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
What's up?
I agree with you, this setting the tone, because I mean, now like we were with you and we approached, very friendly. We just went straight to it.
Yeah, thank you for going through that with us. That was lovely.
Thanks for bearing with us.
Oh, no problem.
but jamming, dude. But the exercise of let go and giving, it's quite an important one, and it resonates with us, in a place where everyone is looking to receive, everyone is receiving an airdrop. It's waiting for the airdrop. Is also good.
And the POAP.
And the POAP. Oh my god, I'm a big. I like to collect POAP.
Yeah, low key. It's like the participation badge when I was a child.
And then if you go to events and everyone is on the hunt.
Yeah, no, it gets kind of skeezy.
Yeah.
Hunting the POAP.
I mean, in this era, it's interesting to see what happens when you give. Like it's as nice as receive.
And I think the last couple of weeks, you guys have been setting the tone for that. So people kind of know where they are and where they're, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean,
it's fun.
I hope it doesn't sound strange. We've been working on that, and it's part of the ethos as well.
No, I don't think it's strange at all. I think that it's like actually refreshing to build community with intention. Whereas like sometimes like people will like build DAOs or social communities to be like, okay, well, it should just work the same way that, it would work outside of Web3. And so with Web3, the difference is that like it's really focused. Well, the special thing that it can be is that it could be really focused on like collaboration and the new way of people working. So like for myself, like I had to do a lot of unlearning. Then also just like check and be like, okay, like where do I want to be, and like where do I want to explore and be curious about? So
And and you had to do all this unlearning because you went to so many schools, right?
You share one thing and they never forget about it. Yeah. I had to do the unlearning because like a lot of things, but I think I shared the schools because now I'm actually learning not to have to be a chameleon and adaptable in a place where I'm just learning to try to be myself.
Strong.
That was the unlearning.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think like unlearning is actually quite powerful. Like I had to do it myself with music. You know, I'm talking years ago. I used to play the bass. I'm still playing the bass. But at the time I was like taking lessons and getting very technical and you know a lot of virtuosism and stuff. And then suddenly I had to join this other band and they have like so much taste, something that I didn't have at the time. And but they were not technical at all. You know, they were just like playing, you know, like by ear. And I had to unlearn to play, you know, like 1,000 notes a second and being there all the time, and learn how when you don't have to play at all, or you know you have to play dirty. So the unlearned part is what sets you properly. I feel you.
Yeah, I mean, I also found that was also a big blocker for me to continue being creative. So, like, I would like start something and it wasn't perfect, then I'd like stop. And I also like studied opera for a really long time when I was in like high school, and like that just kind of killed the joy of music, you know. And so I think that's the thing, is that sometimes your own perfectionist views in your head are really stopping you from creating.
Yeah, I can feel that. But yeah, let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, sorry, my daughter. I know these songs inside out. Damn, you Frozen. Wait, I'm doing another remix. Ivana, you.
Do you want to share your screen? Like, I think what you're doing is pretty cool.
I'm gonna.
Okay, let me see. I'm going voyager chat. Are you sharing your screen?
So what's interesting is that when you go to different ones, it doesn't hold the image in the same way. So like the last one, it just like made it much smaller. It's really interesting.
I think like in the flow, it keeps the actual size. So if you work with the big size, it keeps it. But the other application, it doesn't work that well. Or it resizes. Wow.
Wait, is it not loading?
You're not. No.
I'll try reshare.
So like you might have noticed that for the first time, me and Luca are chatting from the same space. We are physically present.
Wait, I wasn't physically present before?
Well, like we were in the same place. But
When you say same place, do you mean the same room?
I'm
yes.
in Ivano's room.
Yes.
It's very small,
okay.
it's damp, it's dark. There's this weird leather suit in the corner.
I'm not saying that.
And pizza, because he's Italian. There's always pizza.
Yeah, we are in Amsterdam. There's like Dev Connect. So.
Oh, nice! That's fun.
So
I used to live in Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what we are. We are meeting people, and tomorrow we will go to conferences. And
apparently, did you get the tickets, Ivano?
I got the tickets. we need to get tickets for Luke.
It's true. Okay. And how's things going for you, James?
Things are going okay. I've been really busy with the consulting work that has kind of taken away my time from the creating and social impact DAO work. So I kind of made a deal with myself that I would take on less paying projects just so that I could focus more on the DAO stuff and the creative stuff. And then I moved to Vancouver, which is like really beautiful, but I haven't lived in Canada for a while, and so I'm just looking for the next place to move to. Yes, that's the person who went to 10 schools. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just making out a list really, because it's really expensive here and taxes are high.
It's very expensive there. It's
and I miss living in Europe because I used to just travel all the time. I think like being in Canada has like made me a boring person. So
I mean, like
yeah,
Europe is
looking forward
not
to explore.
bad, but I'm pretty sure Canada's
beautiful.
yeah. I would like.
Yeah, we've got nature, but I mean, what I liked about Europe is not like it necessarily being there. It's just that the flights were really cheap, and I can like travel to different places.
Good deals. I loved Europe for
good deals, Ryanair. But like now that I work remotely, like I could stay longer periods of time in places that I like really liked, like Spain, or I could explore staying in Mexico, or I wasn't working as much in the remotely before, and now that I work in like Web3, it just possibilities actually there. So looking for a much warmer climate, maybe with like community, because Canada's nice, but there's not just a much like community centric kind of approach to things.
Climate sounds like Byron Bay.
How does it
community and climate?
How does it feel to see Luke completely devastating?
Hey, wait, can you even see the screen?
I can see the screen.
It's cool. Is that the same coast constraint systems?
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, it depends like how you use it, and Luke likes to do like push it to the limit. What do you mean?
Yeah, I get that's cool.
I think like from here, even you see personality. You know how to use the tool. Like you can really see.
Ooh, that's pretty nice.
Did that come from the original?
That's no. So
that's so cool.
One layer, which was the mosaic, and I tried making out of.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Is it called mosaic? Swap something. And then I took that and then I ran it through. But yeah, pretty cool. Abstracty.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. So I was curious, like, what sparked your interest for creating Voyager?
Ivano.
Okay, this is a question for me. I think like we wanted to make more art.
Yeah.
And we know like a lot of time we were missing the practice, and like so we wanted to give to other artists what we need, like to an incentive is an incentive to practice more and stuff. So it's something I would have wanted for myself, like and we're doing it for others. And we're not getting practice done.
Also, so that we can also be doing art. That's the idea, right? But now it's like forming a community around what we're into.
Yeah. Is it a good answer, or shall I?
Well, there's no right or wrong answers. Actually, I'm smiling. I think that's super awesome. I mean, I'm always looking, because like doing art by myself or making art by myself is super boring. And so any opportunities to like, collaborate and create, just out of pure curiosity and connection. Yeah, I think we need more of that. So that's cool.
Yeah, and like it feels that the ideals of co-creation is the right thing. Like we believe in that, so we want to investigate what does it mean, because I think we are all really early. But one thing is sure, we believe in co-creation and connecting artists and trying to promote it. So
I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so. This is pretty. Wow.
Hey, Ivana, that looks good.
Print.
But we should put some text over. And so what else has been going? So Canada, is it getting a bit of spring?
Yeah, the cherry blossoms are in bloom. I went hiking actually nearby, and it's beautiful. Like literally in British Columbia, you can like hug the trees because they're just so old. thousands of years old, and that's also probably why I moved here. I'm originally from Toronto. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to spending time in nature. I think that also the interesting thing is that I used to be really into like food sustainability and like, having like a connection with my farmers and stuff like that when I lived in Nova Scotia. And I was like, this is just how I'm going to live my life. And then I moved to Vancouver, which I wouldn't consider a big city, but like getting like farm to table products is ironically really expensive. And like, I'm just going to the grocery store and, I've like kind of lost the connection with like land and where my food comes from, whereas like a year ago I'd be like, this will never happen. And so I'm kind of like dealing with that conundrum. Also being in the Web3 space, like I've kind of not paid attention to what's happening in the world, like in terms of like wars or news or whatever, where I'd like literally wake up every day in the morning and just like check the news because like I'm a global policy nerd, and that I haven't been paying attention to that. I've been paying attention to like DeFi and like how to create impact using DAOs and like treasuries and things like that. So that's why I like coming to your weekly calls, because it just grounds me a little bit, and allows me to be creative or think creatively. So it's just, I think it's coming with that conundrum, not the conundrum, the duplicity of like, I love this and it's really exciting and my mind is like, amazing. But then it's also like, where's the human in this? Like, where's the nature? Where's like swimming in the ocean? So just finding that balance.
Yeah, you need to move to Byron Bay. That sounds like
yeah. It's expensive though. Right? Yeah, Australia is expensive. I was thinking Malaysia or maybe like Thailand. I'm also like taxes. I don't know. Ever since I got into DeFi space, I was like Portugal. Yeah, Portugal's nice. I actually, ironically, so I found Porto really interesting, but more inexpensive than Lisbon.
Yeah.
So where I grew up in Toronto, a lot of my friends were Portuguese, but they're from the Azores. And so when I went to Lisbon, I was like, wait, where is the chicken? Like where's all the food? And they're like, oh yeah, it's not from here. It's from the South. That was also the same mistake when I lived with Italians, and then they told me that like pizza is not known for everywhere. Like you're known for different foods in different regions. Like I think like Rome is like tiramisu or something like that. And so yeah, and so that's what I learned. But Portugal is nice. I just didn't find it inexpensive. Like Porto was inexpensive, but I found Lisbon a bit expensive.
Lisbon's up there now.
Lisbon is taken by.
Okay, so you want to live somewhere cheap, so
yeah, Porto is nice. I live there, and
Ivana lived in Porto.
I lived in Porto
but she wants there's like more like beach. I'm telling you, it's Byron before.
Not beach, just like cool people, like like nature, inexpensive, but like, but not like unreasonable. I wouldn't say like Berlin 2011 like when I moved.
Sounds like Bali.
Yeah. I've never been to Bali. Have you guys been to Bali?
We've been to Bali. We've been to Bali together. Like 8 years ago. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot going on.
Where would you? But why? So why Amsterdam? Oh, I guess like your family and stuff now. You have family there.
No.
Why are you in Amsterdam?
Amsterdam because it's the city. I don't know. I started to work here, like where I spent my young adulthood. So like I moved here in 2009, and then this is where I met my girlfriend. And then we stayed here for a bit. We moved to Byron for a couple of years. This is where I met Luke. I met Luke in an art class. Funnily enough.
Back in the day.
Yeah. And then I spent 2 years in Portugal and Amsterdam because is a great place, and I had already a big network of friends. And it feels like home. It's really cozy. Like the lifestyle is insane. You go by bike. But we
listened to a podcast yesterday, and all they said was, "It's a bubble.
It's a bubble.
It's a bubble. It's a bubble."
It's a bubble.
No,
that's what I felt about Berlin. I mean, I loved it, but it felt like my life was predetermined already. Like I'm like, if I stay, then I'll have a boyfriend, we'll have a kid, and we'll be in an affordable house, and we'll live in like Schönhausallée, and like, and I'm like, what else can I do? And then I was like, I need struggle, so I moved to London, and I felt struggle for real.
Really good point.
I was a naive 7-year-old at the time. Now I'm like, I want something relaxed. But, yeah.
No, but Amsterdam is nice, especially like a sunny day like today. Everyone was like loving it, but it doesn't happen that often.
When it's sunny, it's amazing. True.
Yeah, I've actually been there quite a few times. I also went to Zeeland.
Zeeland,
in the south, and then that big festival. Well, actually, I've been twice. Once I went to, when I was like 18, Trans Energy in Utrecht, which is like big trans festival, and that was really fun. And then I went to, there's like a huge festival that's like 100,000 people.
There is like a lot of big festivals.
Oh, but it's like, I forgot what it's called. Lowlands. Yeah, I went to Lowlands, and I was like, this is the cleanest festival I've ever been to, because like people sleep early, and there's like a shower. It felt weird. But yeah.
No, they're really Dutch. They're good organizing this thing.
Yeah.
And there's like a big culture of festival around here. There was a festival this weekend, few
at your studio,
few hundred meters away in my studio in DSM in Amsterdam North, and it was like, it's called Digital. There was like something like 8 stages, and like a huge venue. It's and yeah, I got in because for free because my studio was exactly there, so I got free tickets. It was beautiful.
Yeah, no, there's tons of parties. When I used to listen to a lot of like dance and techno music, they would have really great parties there. Amsterdam. And I gotta travel more.
Yeah, so where are you gonna move to?
I don't know. I want to move somewhere where like people are nice and there's community, and it's cheaper than living in Canada. And I'm not like, and I can travel. Sounds like Bali, yeah. Maybe Bali, maybe Malaysia. Like my grandmother lives in London, might take some time, stay with her, stay like maybe a month or 2 in Spain. Not sure. Now that I work remotely, I'm like, yes, there's opportunities. I know, right? We're like, I'm never gonna find home.
Wow. Isn't it? Yeah. You sit on the top of the guy who spends his whole life looking for a home, and he never finds it, so he just stops, and then around him grows. Oh no, he's looking for flowers, not a home. Sorry. And when he stops on this hill, it's like, okay, it's all over, and then these flowers grow around him.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Good story.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in Canada for like 3 years, and I haven't left the country since then, so I haven't seen any flowers grow around me just yet. But
okay. Well, you're still moving. It's all right.
I'm still moving.
So here's my latest artworks from when we were talking. Well, there was words. We believe in blossoms and bloom.
So today me and Luke attend this workshop of poetic AR.
That's right.
That was quite interesting. And now like I'm telling this because I'm seeing words. And like we got in touch with one guy who was a poet.
There were poets all over the place.
Yeah. And this is we really want to have poets in our community too. It's beautiful then when you can collaborate with visual artists and with musicians, this is or whatever, any kind of thing, like, but poets is good to have in the community. It's a good touch.
Have you done any poetry themes?
I used to write it a lot. I'm actually doing this like multidisciplinary with a friend of mine. I was always curious of like if trees could talk or if seeds could speak. So when I was working on a farm, I know, right? So I was working at a farm, and like usually like you don't pay attention. Like with the pandemic, I got to pay attention to things, and then I didn't know that at the end of the life of a vegetable, they actually flower. Their flowers are quite beautiful. Right.
Like,
So then my concept is like, imagine if we could tell the story of the seeds. I'm like, maybe it will bring people closer together to the source of their food. And so I like did it more of like a human personified thing. Like I gave them a, character and whatever. And then my friend was like we're always trying to humanize things. Like, why can't we see things on their perspective? And so like we're doing like a combat thing because I feel like people still need a grounding to kind of understand and connect with things. So like I'm doing it on a human persona. And it's going to be like a mix of like images and like the poetry behind it, like a story behind it, and maybe sound. Then at the end of it, like people get seeds so that they can grow. Right? And then they can experience that as well. But yeah, I'm just playing around a lot with like different types of mediums and like, figuring out that the way that we present art doesn't necessarily have to be so strict and constrained.
Cool.
Because like before when I used to write and like I did a lot of poetry, it was just like, oh, it wasn't perfect and there wasn't the syntax or whatever. But like, imagine if you could just use the sentence, you know what I mean? And then create something else from that sentence, not another writing. So I've just been really interesting in like layering different types of works because then it'll maybe make a complete thing. Because right now everything is just like half-half.
Can I make you a question? Like random. How your art practice look like? Because like I see that you're doing a lot of things. I wonder if you have a specific way you do art or specific art practice or it always change.
No, the schools always change, but the practice is the same. sorry.
Let her answer.
I was never gonna let that down. Yeah, so it's really interesting because I lose when I lose interest in one of the art practices, I just move on to the next. And I think that why I'm now more like sparked into it. Like that's why I like joining this, right? Like it's because now I have collaborators to work on different things. To do twofold. When I'm working on my art by myself, like I don't feel that the art that I'm creating is good enough. So then I like stop and then like move on to something else, thinking that maybe it'll get good and it just doesn't fill the void. I just find that like I'm really fed in collaboration. Then that's really where I can do my own personal art, if that makes any sense. Like I have to be sparked by collaborative experience and like creative experience, and then that's when I can like progress and be like really curious. It's like a mix of like accountability. So I'm working on like something with a friend of mine, and we do it like every week, and so that kind of like forces me into thinking like that. Otherwise, I just like procrastinate and just have half finished things. And when I finish it, then I just like move on to the next. So trying to stick to it.
Yeah, sounds like little projects, and when they're ready to finish, they're ready to finish.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same. Like I like to do things, and then I get bored really, really easily. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's like I just want to have like new challenges. Once you crack something, when you work it out.
But this is chasing the Promethean fire thing. This is like chasing new knowledge, the forward thinking. You can't live in that all the time.
I mean, I don't want to be that kind of artist that does the same thing over and over and over. This is the only thing I don't want for myself.
But that's impossible. And that's the point. The point is like doing the same thing. You're already doing it. You wake up every day.
Sure, but when it comes to art, like I don't feel too much attached to what I've done yesterday. I can just change completely. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I think the approach is always the same, but tools change. Like
it's the approach is the thing that's consistent. That's the idea. So
that's
your art practice. Your art practice is how you do it.
Yeah. The art of let go.
The art of letting go, and the same thing I learned too. Like dynamic drawing. This class used to we're at Medivano, and just like try not to draw. Just fucking scribble and see where it goes. But you do have a point of focus. You do have a model, and then it becomes just something completely else.
Yeah, I mean, like as long as you follow, your intuition. That's the thing. It's like being in touch a bit more your intuition. That's what tells you. Okay, that's stop there, or keep doing, or delete everything.
It's the same. Yes.
If you follow the instinct, this is the most true art, thing you can do. You just like listen to yourself.
Unless your instincts is like noisy,
Then you're noisy.
and you can't.
You can't pretend to be someone else when you do art. Otherwise, can you?
You can't pretend. Yeah.
But it's just one thing to say about like, and that's what I'm always like trying to do. I mean, I do it with audio, so I'm pretty consistent in regards to that. But like my other things, like collage, like I just like need to continuously do it. You know what I mean? Then I'll get better, and then I'll like feel like I can actually achieve something in it, and then continue. I think that now I'm in the space to be able to do that, but I guess I just get bored easily. So then I'm like, if I'm bored, does that mean that I'm like actually love it? And that's probably why I don't make art for money. If that makes any sense.
Getting bored is just part of the wave of creating anything in life, just as much as having a fucking ordeal in it. When you really have to keep going at it, like having a kid, or like having a family member, and at some point it just gets a pressure. And other points it's boring. Yeah. At other points it's euphoric. And everything's working like that. That's wave dynamics 101.
But we're not told that a lot, I think.
No,
maybe if we were
getting ripped off.
They're like, you should do this for 10,000 hours.
Well, what we've been told is it's easy to do this. It's easy to do anything. It's fast, it's quick, and in reality it's not. I mean, like the general message from media is like it's easy to make a website. It's easy to you can do anything. But then truly to do things properly, it's not easy. It's never easy. It's
more
okay.
Listening than it's listening and doing. But yeah,
there's not a shortcut for everyone for anything. Sometimes there's just a long way, and you don't. I don't know what I was saying. Sometimes it's harsh, and there's no other way.
Phoebes, tell us what else is going on in life. How are you feeling?
What else is going on in my life? Really not much. I am going to be a lead in like governance and tokenomics for this climate DAO. I'm really excited about that.
Which climate DAO? Isn't it?
Called Climate DAO.
Climate DAO.
Yeah, the DAO is called Climate DAO. It's a social impact investing DAO. So they have like a platform. They're like forcing corporations to decarbonize through shareholder activism. What I really like about it, they're like a bunch of Gen Zs, but like I don't know, they've been drinking a different type of water. It's like it's really beautiful. Like we had a retrospective, and everybody was able to like share their feelings and like what worked and what doesn't work, and they were active listening, and I was like really, really impressed with them. I was like, wow. And they all like think about like compensation and making sure that everybody's like valued. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. Yeah, apart from that, like, so not much. I mean, I live in a city that's like really hard to like make friends.
Vancouver.
So Vancouver. So I think I might take a, sorry?
I also lived in Vancouver. I feel you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right. So I'm like, what can I do to learn to make friends? And I'm really interested in rowing. I have been for years, and so I might just join the rowing club. But then I'm like, oh, what kind of people will I meet there? And then there's also like a hiking club, so I might join a hiking club.
That's cool.
Yeah, such a crazy life I live.
But you're in Toronto.
I feel like I'm from Toronto, yeah, but I actually left in 2012 to go to Berlin and London, and then I moved to Nova Scotia, and I thought I could be like a small town girl, just like living off the land and stuff, and I realized that's definitely not me, because I wanted community, right? I thought that being in a smaller town was a community.
Look, my friend's living on Vancouver Island. He's also having a bit of trouble. So where is like the Byron Bay of Canada, like where's the
Tofino.
Hino?
But like Tofino in terms of like the
Tofino,
waves,
yeah.
but it doesn't. But it's not like the culture. I don't know what Byron Bay's is, but I'm assuming that it's a little bit more poppin' than Tofino.
It's as much
More
culture as you
lively.
can get in
It's
Australia.
as much culture as you can get in Australia.
I don't mean that culture, but you know what I mean.
No, like the on the
people are
land,
nice and parties and stuff.
If you avoid the flashing lights on the land, like Byron is all about it's all the food. It's a freaking macadamias come from there, dude. This place is full of food.
Oh.
So yeah, a lot of like alternative farming and floods. And floods. But yeah, there's really, really nice food culture there, as well as the ocean and all that kind of stuff. I used to live in Whistler.
Okay.
Season,
yeah, there's a lot of Australians there too.
Yeah.
Did you? Were you working on the hill? Not the hill, but like
no,
in
I
Whistler.
worked in, like the brew house with them. That's actually where I first met Australians for real. I remember I was on the bus
Really?
in there. It was like, "Welcome to Australia." There was a sign, and I'd never really met Australians because I lived in New Zealand for a long time, or like my late teens. Anyway.
Oh, cool. It's funny how I did après ski like in France and Switzerland, and they're like after like around 3 p.m. you have a bunch of like Swedes in like one-piece suits and everybody's like crazy. And then I was talking to my roommate here, she's from Germany, and she's like, yeah, they don't do that here in Canada. And I was like, oh, it's like that's a shame, because always on the ski towns it's like the best parties after snowboarding.
True. It's true. Have you lived in a ski town?
No, but I've done après ski.
What's après skiing? Is it like an aperitif?
Getting drunk after you ski.
Getting drunk after you ski. Except you guys are wearing one pieces. Everything's white. I know it's Italian. Everything's white.
Some people don't even ski, but then they go to the après ski. But if you ski, you deserve the drinks. Probably not all of them, but some.
The Swedes are in the Speedos, because they need that one-piece Speedo thing. So usually, they're usually the most eccentric with like wigs and things like that. Actually, you're in Amsterdam. You usually see that for tourists.
Yes. There's a few characters in there. Yeah. And are you going on any holidays in the summer?
Well, I'm supposed to go to New York. There's a Tao festival by Taoists. That I'm helping in the production with. I'm really looking forward to that.
The Taoist, is that the party Mr. Monday?
They're called Tao Planet. They used to be called Taoist. I could share with you. And so they did like a huge.
We were supposed to go to a party of the Taoist yesterday or 2 days ago, and we missed it. And,
I saw that. I think what is it called? See if it's the same one. I think so.
I'm gonna drop some more.
So I'm going there, and then I'm just waiting to get my license, so I might do a little road trip in California.
Cool.
Maybe for like 2 weeks, and then decide in like September if I'm gonna go to Europe or Mexico, because I don't want to be here in the winter.
But winter's so nice and dark.
Yeah, in Vancouver it rains. There's no winter.
Okay, I think
sometimes things are so expensive.
Yeah. I was saying like it's 11:05. For sure we can turn the registration off. Like we've done our hour.
Amazing, great chatting with y'all.
Thanks so much for hanging with us.
Super fun.
That was really
love the remix.
Yeah, and this is just was a quick test. Thanks for
participating in the experiment.
Yeah. And giving your artwork to look.
That's okay. Where's my POAP?
Well,
Ivan, no,
Thank
you
you.
didn't do the part.
I mean, not for the informal one. You didn't even
No,
put
I'm just
alpha.
You didn't even put perp in the slideshow, dude.
There is in the original one. It's just like we can't share 100% of things.
Anyway,
you know, we didn't say anything.
We had a jam and we made some art. I'm down with that.
No, I'm just joking. But have fun at ETH Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will catch y'all next week, hopefully.
Yeah. Catch y'all next week. Yeah.
Bye.
Hopefully you have a lovely week, eh?
Yeah. And,
Thank you very much.
And soon we will formalize a bit more this idea, and then we'll give away dates.
And Nick's doing all this other shit in the background, and he got COVID for the 3rd time. So
yeah, this is why Nick is not.
No.
We didn't even mention him.
yeah. He's part of Voyager, right?
Yeah, like he got sick, so that's why he couldn't be here.
Well, stay safe and try not to get COVID. Bye, guys.
We're far away, but yeah. Thanks, ciao. Eh?
Thanks. Bye bye.
Ciao.
Bye.